Hello. I'm not sure if anyone's going to join me tonight. I hope they do. I hope it's okay. Hang on. I have to check on my volume. Okay, I think it's good. Hopefully. What? Okay, hang on. See, I'm always checking this crap. All right. Looks like I'm live. Okay. So hi everybody. Welcome to Candor with Katy. So I've been thinking for a while about how to change it up a little bit. It's been weird for me because everything's changing, right? So not as many views and stuff. Like, not that I'm putting like all my value on that or whatever, but I just think things need to change a tad. So I was thinking about what to do about that. So hopefully I'm not talking to myself, but like I said, if I am, whatever, I'll just pretend I'm talking in the mirror here, you know? So I'm not drinking Stella Artois, but I am drinking these. They're called Vizzies. And this one is a watermelon strawberry flavor. It's pretty delish. So my whole purpose tonight is to kind of get your input, if you would be so bold as to let me know what you think. Because I'd like to change it up a little bit. Guys, this is season 4. I should have made a big banner for that. Season 4. Like, that's amazing. It started out in April of 2018. So this is the start of season 4. So we're going to consider this not session. What is it called? What's session 1? Oh my God, I'm having a brain freeze. First, episode 1. Oh my God, seriously. Episode 1. So I hope you're joining me with cocktails. I just started taking a sip. I did have one before this. Delicious. I'm looking for ideas. So let's just talk about a little bit. What I'd like my shows to be are like 15 to 30 minutes long. When I interview, I'm looking for 30. If it goes an hour, that's fine. It depends on, the person and the engagement and stuff. So I've had some wonderful interviews so far. Maybe I could start interviewing local people. This could be here on Candor with Katy, or I need to do some real estate stuff too. So I need to have like some different channels. I do have a real estate channel, and I haven't been good at doing that yet. So I did get some feedback from a friend. I'll wait to see if she pops on here, because it was like what I was already thinking. So as long as you guys don't make me cry, like, I'm down. Like, let me know, So how's everybody doing? Do you consider this coming out of COVID? Is that what it is? Because I've been in a funk. I have. I don't know if you've noticed. I haven't posted as much. There's a lot of pressure and stuff, but I'm really working on consistency with Candor with Katy, and other podcasts and stuff. So it's interesting. I have the fan on too, by the way, because it's hot. So my fan, I got the singing bowls on the TV, and I got my fan going, like, right on me, because I'm hot. See, and then I lost my train of thought. Squirrel. Working on consistency, and I think people get bored. Maybe you're bored, maybe not. But I've done things before where I just kind of regurgitate information. I don't think anybody really wants me to read anything, and that's fine. Like, I'm totally okay with that. I like it when I cook. I like the DIYs. Just sometimes. Oh, that's what I was going for. I've been in a funk, and it's really interesting because I was talking with another friend. She sent me an article today, and I couldn't save the article because it's New York Times. And I'm not subscribing. Like, why do we have to pay for freaking everything? You know what I mean? All right, let me take a sip from my fancy glass. I hope you're joining me, those of you that are watching. Okay, the mood that people are in, because I had another person in the Highland Games reach out to me and say, by the way, I tried to clean these glasses, and it was ridiculous. I'm like, because I always put them on my head. So I was like, how many times have I put these on my head and not cleaned them? Because it took me like a long time, an hour to clean them. Just kidding, but a long time. So anyway, how many of you and if you're watching, I would love it if you said me, or something, have been kind of in a funk. And it's like, okay, so we're coming out of COVID. Are we? Because then we talk about spiked numbers and we talk about this stuff. And what do you guys think about the vaccination and yada, yada. So there's a word and it's called languishing. And this is what everybody's doing. And I was talking to my sister about it today too, after I got the article. And it's basically a state of meh, like you're indifferent to your indifference, which is, I think, kind of really explains where we're at. Don't you think? And it's really interesting because in Phoenix, like, so here's the thing. I'm not being negative. I just want to explain some things. So we go into total lockdown, and then it's like whatever the Western whistles are and the tumbleweed rolling down the street. And that's really hard to deal with and handle. And now it's like in Phoenix, we're like full blown. I mean, traffic is insane. It's worse than it was before. And I think I have a reason for this. So Jennifer says, me. Thank you for sharing, because it's hard to admit sometimes, right? So the thing is, so we go into lockdown for a year. And so, yes, we've had, ins and outs. I know a lot of people who haven't been out at all. And it's strange. So hang on a second. I go. Teresa first says, me, but I don't think mine is COVID related. Well, and Teresa, if you would like to expound on that, that would be amazing, because you have made your life change moving where you did. So that's interesting. And then Jennifer says, I haven't hit the gym hard since before Savannah last October. And that's something too. So I went out and threw this morning. As you guys know, I compete in Highland Games. This is my Legends shirt from last year, which we will be at first weekend in June. But I'm going out, I haven't hardly thrown, and then I go out to throw, and my numbers are just not where I want them to be. Is that the worst thing in the world? No. It's probably to be expected with the lack of practice I've been able to do, so it's just weird. And so now that we're full blown here in Phoenix, like the traffic, it's weird. Like 200 people move here a day. So if you go into lockdown and then here's Phoenix and people are moving here still because it's the whole COVID thing, you can work from home and go outside and hike and stuff. There's so much traffic. It's insane. So it's really, it's just strange. It's strange to go into lockdown and it's strange to come out of it. So all of the things that we're dealing with, it's called languishing, because it's not easy. And it's not, if I can find it on my phone, it was really interesting the way they put it, because I did take a couple screenshots before I couldn't save it. And it was just basically, I like the last thing. Not depressed doesn't mean you're not struggling. Not burned out doesn't mean you're fired up. So by acknowledging that so many of us are languishing, we can start giving voice to quiet despair and lighting a path out of the void, which I really like, okay? So here's what I'm considering with Katy. Yes, I do. I want to be more upbeat. I want to be more fun. I want to do some of this stuff because, as you guys know, sometimes when I cook, it's a disaster. Even though I'm a very good cook, some of the things I do, it's funny. Like I haven't done it a lot and whatever, and my DIYs are usually hilarious. So I want some ideas, because here's what I'm thinking. I wanted to interview Highland Games people like the first Tuesday of the month. So if I could split them up into different Tuesdays, what suggestions might you have? And so if you're not going to say them tonight, if you're watching this later, thanks for watching the replay, guys. Put it in the comments, because I am looking and I will comment, okay? So I'm thinking I could interview Highland Games athletes and different ones and for different things, and that would last for a while. I could do a cocktails with Katy night like this. Just chat. Just have a conversation. Hopefully a bunch of people interact. And hey, hello, drinking. Yes, please. And have you guys tried these? Because they're delicious. They're new ones at Costco now. I call them kizzies. This is Vizzy. And you can get 24 of them for $18. So, yay. Okay. Oh, Teresa Terry. She has expounded, so I will read it. Okay. When COVID hit, we continued to work and my life was pretty normal, except for shopping with the mask on. Yeah, agreed. Then I retired in October and moved to a cabin in the woods in January. And now I'm more secluded, almost like I'm just going into lockdown. I just can't run down the block to Target or wherever. Exactly. And so, Teresa, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were living in North Dakota, correct? I don't remember what city. So that is a thing. So like our cabin in Canada, we get there by boat, cottage. Ontario. So we have to get in the boat, drive to the marina, get in the car, drive 30 minutes to a town to get groceries and stuff. So if you forget stuff, you're just kind of screwed, right? So, Nisi, I like those vizies you left at my house. Oops, I was not supposed to drink them. You also have gluten-free, what is it, bagels, you know? Oh, so Teresa was in Fargo. So that's a bigger city though. That's probably the biggest city in North Dakota. So I have some friends up there too. So yeah, so she moved to a secluded little cabin place, and she's got her Irish Wolfhound, and it is an adjustment. So I think I'll see you in Nashville, Teresa. So that'll be fun. So it is an adjustment. So that's my thing. So what are your suggestions? Like, hey, I'm all down with having a cocktails with Katy night. You know what I mean? Nancy says the GF bagels are long gone. They were good, right? You guys wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't even know that they're gluten-free when you toast them. Please. Actually, I only toast them. I'm also thinking about other days. Out of the four things, I could interview Highland Games people. I could do cocktails with Katy. I could do either interviews or DIYs. And then the fourth week in the month, I could do either DIYs or cooking. So that kind of would give me a schedule, so to speak. So then you guys would know what to expect too. So you're like, oh, it's the first Tuesday of the month. Katy's going to interview a Highland Games athlete. It's the third Tuesday of the month. She's going to do a DIY. So would that be, oh my gosh, Mary Hernandez. I haven't talked to you in forever. I left you a message last week. She's doing a new build too. And so, hey, I don't know if people want me to mention stuff. So sorry. So is that something that do you think would be beneficial kind of thing, you know? So also my friend Trip Bassett that you guys saw, I interviewed, you know, from Roswell. That was a really, really fun interview. I think it's okay if interviews go a little longer, but I'm with Nisi, who told me earlier. So she says, fun fact from Jason, Northern Europeans have the highest rate of gluten intolerance. I guess no wheat in their original diet. See, it's interesting, right? Because I'm Irish and Icelandic. So I was thinking that because like they mostly ate, you know, fish and, you know, things like that. I did try puffin when I was in Iceland, and it was very gamey. So that is a fun fact. Thank you, Nisi, for joining. So my whole idea as well is to go 15 to 30 minutes, because I think when it goes too long, it's just like, okay, enough. Like sometimes I don't watch videos that long, and I have an idea for another thing I want to do, and it's like a character thing. So I might do like a pop-up and try it with you, do like a crime talk thing, because like that's blowing up like YouTube, and it's really fun. So I could do it like so I'm gonna have like a Jersey Girl character, I think, and so it'd be like crime talk, right? And so I mean I could do it like as an interactive thing with you guys, but it would be something I think. Now tell me if you like this or not. And I don't know if I should put this out there, but I kind of did already. So it'd be like, all right, like Lizzie Borden. Do you guys know who she is? She was like living in the late 1800s. She killed her father with an axe. She killed her mother. She killed her father with an axe. She lived in this house. Her dad was weird. Like they just had a landing. Like nobody could walk from room to room. They had to go through the rooms to get from place to place. So like there's no privacy. So it'd be something like that. Okay. And it would be really fun, because not that death is funny or those things are to be laughed at, but I mean, just to put a different spin on it to make it more interesting, you know? Yeah. My Jersey Girl, the kids used to like it. So, because this is where it came about. So when I was teaching at Maryville, the kids were like, will you teach like that for an hour? And I was like, okay. So we were doing the Odyssey, and I was like, all right. And I did this for like all my classes. And I said, all right. So there's like a bunch of guys like floating around on a boat, and they're like outside this island. And there's this guy. He's a giant. He's got one eye. They call him a cyclops. He's living in a cave. He's eating the sheeps and stuff. Anywho, these guys in the boat are like floating along, and they're like, oh, those flowers look nice, you know? And then they go and they take a nap, and they're looking at the giant. They're like, he probably is not that bad. So they go across and they sneak in his cave. And it would be like that, right? So it'd be really funny. So there's all different kinds of things I could do. I want to be more creative. I want to be more light, because, you know, we have far too much negativity in the world. You know, we just do. And so I thought Cocktails with Katy, that could be another thing, like drunk history. Have you ever seen that? Although they get very drunk on that show. I would probably have to have a co-host here that's helping if we did something like that. But it would be more funny is if we're both drinking like drunk history, but I don't know if I get sued for that idea kind of thing, you know? So I welcome your ideas. I think I'm pretty much done talking about it. Trip Bassett and I'm gonna have to tag him in this. We have talked about collaborating and stuff too. So listen, you guys, whether you're Highland Games or local or not, I love interviewing people. I'm good at it. I love talking about shit. I love having conversations. So Jason says, dear Katy, like dear Katy, like dear Abby, some travel advice, Airbnb stuff, Groupons and coupons. Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm about to go to Nashville, so that would be cool. I had thought about a thing one time because I'm a realtor and I'm like, could I do reviews on people's houses and their bathrooms? Because I've gone to the bathroom in a lot of homes in the Valley. Not like the weird stuff. So that's cool. That's interesting. So thank you for that input. I would love that. We're at 16 minutes now. So if I don't get a lot more comments, I'll probably stop. But I just want to kind of recap and tell you that we're all on the same boat, right? We've all been through this together, and some of us, like Teresa, has moved, and it's not easy, right? And so let's just have fun with it. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh God, Katy's so boring, because I don't like to be boring, and it should be more fun. And so maybe I can do some pre-taped interview stuff too, where I can like show it on here, show the video clips, and talk about it, and then bring that person on later. So like, hence when I'm at Legends again, when I'm at the World Champs, you know, and then do some pop-up Candies with Katy there as well. So we're all in a state of meh. I mean, I'm working, but some days I'm just really not motivated. I don't feel like posting. So my thought tonight also was to kind of bring myself out of it a little bit and then just kind of work on it. So just know that you're not alone. I'm trying to be okay with the fact that if I'm not on my game all the time, if I'm not always posting and doing stuff, I'm okay too. My friends are still gonna like me. Do you know what I mean? They're not gonna go, oh my God, you didn't post 87 stories today and at least 2 other things. What's wrong with you? You know, it's weird. So thanks for joining me. And I think I'm pretty much done. So unless you want to say one last thing here, thanks for joining me. Like I said, I will get back to you. If you're watching the replay, please put the comments in here, and I'll see you next week. Next week, what is it? I don't know. What week is it? Maybe I'll do a DIY. It's not the last week. It is. It's the last Tuesday. So I could do a cooking show next week if you guys are down. Oh, Mary Hernandez says, how about board game night with drinking? Okay, that's awesome. That would be fun. We have to figure out how to incorporate it. I can have 10 people on here. You know what I could do? Is do like some kind of trivia thing and have you guys answer. But then I would have to make sure I had all the people that wanted to participate up front ready to comment, right? And I'd give you a certain amount of time. Like, first person that answers wins. How fun would that be? I like that idea. All right, so that's it, my friends. I will see you. I kept it under 20 minutes. That's kind of crazy. I'll see you next week, and I'll do some cooking. So let me know what you think. Peace and love. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Peace and love. And I love your socks. Boom.